And if you have additional living expense coverage, then yes, your policy covers for those hotel expenses.
This question comes from Tweeter.
Tweeter.
They would like to know, will my insurance pay for a hotel during repairs?
Yeah, we get that question a lot because people are very concerned. Like if I have to have, let's give an example of my hardwood floors all throughout my first level of my house have to be refinished, right? That's going to be about a week-long process. They're going to come in and they're going to take out all the furniture, then they're going to sand everything for a day or two, then they're going to refinish 2 or 3 coats. That's, a week-long process. What am I going to do during that process? Well, the thing is that again, I don't know your specific policy, but most policies, if you have additional living expense, which when you look in your policy, start looking down through the coverages and see if one of them says anything about additional living expense. And a lot of times there'll be $30,000 or $50,000 or whatever for additional living expense or whatever your policy says. And if you have additional living expense coverage, then yes, your policy covers for those hotel expenses. So if you have to get out of your house. Now, a lot of times the adjuster may say, oh, this isn't warranted for additional living expense. Or your policy does cover additional living expense, or ALE is what they say. It covers ALE, but we don't think that this kind of claim warrants ALE. If you feel like it definitely does, then get yourself a public adjuster. You probably should have already had a public adjuster. I think every claim should have a public adjuster from the get-go, unless you just like less money for your claim. But maybe you're fine with that adjuster you've got or whatever, and you feel like you're being taken care of. But if you get to where you need some ALE and the adjuster's saying it's not warranted or it's not covered, reach out to FADOX. That's our company. Reach out to FADOX and say, hey, look, do I have coverage for ALE on this? Send us your policy. We'll look at it. We'll just tell you. We'll just review your policy for free and say, hey, yeah, you do have coverage or you don't have coverage. Or we'll even look at the claim and say, yeah, this they owe you for this on this claim. And then if it's something that we can help you with, we may be interested in taking your claim. We might not be, but we may be. But at the very least, we can tell you yes or no, how you should pursue that. But yeah, now let me get into some nitty gritty real quick before we get off this question. It's possible that they don't owe you for it. If you can get access to your kitchen and you can get access to your bathrooms and your bedrooms, but say you've got like your garage has to be repaired, or you have your office, if you have your back room in your house, if it hasn't affected your living abilities in that house, then it's probably that they don't owe you for that. But anytime it affects your kitchen, absolutely. If you're doing anything in the kitchen that's going to affect, absolutely they owe you for additional living expenses. Make them put you in a nice hotel, give yourself a little week vacation there of sorts, absolutely. Or bathrooms if it's affecting your bathrooms or your ability to live in the house in the same relative respective way that you've been doing all along. So. Hey everybody, it's Big Van, and if you'd like to watch our show live, then you must subscribe and follow so it alerts you when we're on the air. Don't forget, if you or someone you know has a property insurance claim, hire your own adjuster by calling FADOX so we can handle the claim for you. We get you more and it costs you less. Be sure to check out the links below for more information and some very cool products, and we can't wait to see you and your questions and comments on the next live Ask the Ox Show.